What is up, everybody? Welcome in PFF Fantasy Football Live Best Ball Draft. I'm here with Nathan Yonke and Jared Evans, PFF Fantasy Football analysts. Guys, are you excited for more best ball drafting?
Yes.
It is
Jared?
always best ball season.
Yes,
Don't we all know that? Come on.
It is always best ball season. Unfortunately, Nate is not drafting with us in his current irradiate of Best Ball Mania 2 because we all tried to join at the same time, and unfortunately Nate was the one that got left out. So it's just me and Jared drafting, and Nate is coming in with the crude remarks about our teams and why we didn't do a good job of drafting them. So Nate, I'm hoping that you can help us out.
Yeah.
I don't even know where am I picking from. I want to pull up that guy. I mean, Nate, if you want to pull up those handy dandy guides that we all spent so many hours on.
Oh my God, Patrick Mahomes just went 6th overall.
Here we go.
This is already going to be a fantastic draft.
Oh my God.
This draft.
The madness is already ensuing. All right, what am I picking? I'm picking at the 112. Let's get it. Let's get it.
Saquon to 1.7. What a steal. My God.
Oh, man. Oh, 112. You did this right up, Jared. Should I take Austin Eckler?
Dude, I would love that. All right, so I'm up here at 9th overall. What am I going to do?
Nick Chubb.
No, I might actually take Austin Eckler.
Dude, Austin Eckler has been rising up everyone's boards. Apparently, everyone loves him now.
I mean, what's not to love? The man's got the best celebration in the entire NFL. I just want to strum the guitar right now.
Oh my God.
Well,
now I can't follow your strategy that you laid out. I'm just gonna go running back. Oh my God, is Jonathan Taylor gonna follow me at 1? I'm gonna get Jonathan Taylor in the 2nd round. No.
Nope.
Well, I can finally draft Cam Akers, so that's fun. See, this is where I like getting Cam Akers. Like, this is where he should go. So I like I'm just gonna go Chubb and Akers. I like the 2 running backs here, and I don't think that I think it's fair value. It's just right off the ranks, and Cam Akers in the 2nd round, I can get behind that. Like, that seems like a good buy to me. Do you guys agree?
Yes. Wholeheartedly yes. Because he's one of the few guys, I think, after the top 5 running backs that have legitimate number 1 overall running back upside, like realistically in his range of outcomes. So because of that, Akers all day in the end of the 1st, early 2nd.
Nate?
Yeah, that's right around where I have him. I'm not sure like he's a huge value there, but that's exactly where I'd pick him.
Ooh, Najee. Oh, Najee. Jared, is Najee going to fall to you?
He could. I mean, I'm loving the running backs here. It's Aaron Jones, Najee, Mixon. Yeah, all 3 of them are there.
Najee. No, you could go with a lot of. You could go a lot of different. Dude, Darren Waller, man, Darren Waller. I'm pounding my fist for Darren Waller in the 2nd round. Has to be a thing.
All right, I mean, all these running backs here are phenomenal picks, but I'm going Aaron Jones. Got to go with my boy.
So Darren Waller. Should have got shit. Oh, dude, the sun is in my eyes, man. Why? Why is this like this? All right, so Nate, do you still have George Kittle ahead of Darren Waller?
I do. I have my tight end tier ranking coming out tomorrow, and like half the article is why I like Kittle.
Hey,
Explain yourself. Let's hear it.
It's a hotly debated topic. Preview. I like it. A little preview.
So a big part of it, I was looking into why Kittle hasn't scored as many touchdowns as we would like to see. And he has been thrown at 6 times in his career when the team's within 4 yards of scoring. All 6 passes were uncatchable. So the shortest touchdown he has in his entire career is 5 yards, where tight ends all the time get 1 or 2 yard touchdowns, quick passes to the goal line. So I think with better quarterback play and the offense doing better, getting to the end zone more often will lead to more touchdowns.
I can't argue with that analysis, but I am obsessed with targets. So I'm still pounding my chest for Darren Waller, even though in a best ball format, I actually do understand like the target thing is actually kind of less important because Kittle could again have more spike weeks than Waller, but again, just Waller, man. I can't get over the fact that when I was rewatching Darren Waller or rewatching Henry Ruggs and Bryan Edwards last year, Derek Carr had no interest in throwing the ball whatsoever and was like, drop back, Where's Waller on almost all of his dropbacks? It's Waller all day.
Yeah, I mean, you can't really go wrong with either one. But speaking of these tight ends, have you guys been paying attention to what's been happening at this tight end university that's going on in Nashville, Tennessee right now? Because those dudes are having the times of their life right now. It is incredible content.
Yeah, I saw George Kittle and Travis Kelce like screaming at each other or into like the microphone, be like, "This is tight end you. Let's get pumped up." Greg Olson's like, "Hey, guys, come on.
Mm-hmm.
We're serious here." Is Kyle Pitts there? Or is he a wide receiver? He didn't get invited.
No, he's there.
No Tim Tebow, though. Tim Tebow didn't get the invite. Poor guy.
Oh, man. Oh, I really wanted Austin Eckler and Keenan Allen. That hurts. Ketchup stain. You're ruining my vibe here.
You're a ketchup stain on Jared's life. What are you doing? Oh my God, Kyle Pitts in the 3rd round.
And it's the dude that took Mahomes 6th overall. Wow, that might be good on you. Get your guys.
Just get your guys. Oh my God.
I feel like this draft has had like some really good value picks, but they've been like the early 3rd round or like the early spots. They haven't like reached either of us, I feel like.
No, not yet.
Like George Kittle 3.4, Jefferson 3.2,
dude, Kyle
AJ
Pitts.
Brown.
Dude, Kyle Pitts 3.6. Come on, all right, that's ludicrous, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yes.
You wait like 2 more rounds, then it's okay.
Just give me Allen Robinson, or I could just go back-to-back Dallas receivers and just start a Dallas stack without Zeke.
Do it.
When did Zeke get taken?
Stack when I'm here.
When did Zeke get?
Early.
Zeke was 105. See, people are starting to pick up on Zeke. Be like, hey, no, he's actually a top 5 running back. That's at least what I think. But yeah, I could go back-to-back Dallas receivers, Miles Sanders. Or I could.
You should definitely do that because the sweat that you're going to get waiting to see if Dak Prescott makes it to you
is worth.
Going to be worth. Is going to be worth.
Let's do it. But I'm drafting Lamb first because I have him ranked over Cooper. So let it be known. But yeah, man. All right, I like that. I like that setup. The only one I would have maybe picked was Allen Robinson, but not too bad. Not too bad.
Would you have like in where do you have those 3 ranked? Like who's your number 1? Just like in a vacuum, not.
So my rank. So on the screen. So these are my rankings that are on the screen.
Got it.
So Allen Robinson's my 1, and then Lamb and Cooper. I think Allen Robinson. I think is my wide receiver 11, and then
that's who I wanted. Nope.
Allen Robinson. Yeah, dude. I gotta say though, when we come to another Bears receiver, I'm gonna be talking a lot of good things. A lot of good things.
Because
I think I'm in love. It's an issue.
With Mooney?
Dude, he's so good. Oh my God. Like I just didn't man, I honestly didn't realize how good he was until I kind of did more investigating, and he's basically everything that we wanted Henry Ruggs to be. Like
Henry Ruggs can still be what we want Henry Ruggs to be.
Maybe. I just get, I get concerned about the manufacturing touches thing because instead of it looking like, oh, like he's going to get so many touches, he could be super productive. It's like, hey, like we messed up this pick. Like we need to salvage it by like feeding this guy touches so we don't look stupid. And that's the Raiders. And I digress, but it's hey,
Gruden just came out and said that he wants to actually get Henry Ruggs the football this year because last year, his role was strictly to open things up for the rest of the players on offense. But now all of a sudden he's ready to give them targets. Like, okay,
look, he was literally dead last against press coverage, PFF grade, dead last. Couldn't move. He got jammed, done. Couldn't do anything. So I guess they can move into the slot, but I mean, dude, Hunter Renfrow, man, he's got to get his targets. He's got to run his routes. Hunter Renfrow, man, he went to Clemson, so he's gonna play. He's a national champion. All these dudes are from Clemson and Alabama. They're on the Raiders.
My God. I'm looking at some of the teams. This person, Ketchup Stain, he's got a squad. Zeke, Mixon, Keenan Allen, Mike Evans to start it off. That is a nice little start there, Mr. Ketchup Stain. Speaking of ketchup, I think we need to have an intervention on our good friend Ian Harditz after the meal that he posted on Twitter this morning with the hot dogs drowning in ketchup juice, coffee, Gatorade, and a beer. Yeah. That was his well-balanced breakfast.
And that's enjoying his vacation, however he chooses. So.
Yeah, let him do what he wants, Jared. Leave him alone, man. All right. So speaking of, Ketchup Stain, so he took Mike Evans at the 4-8 ahead of Chris Godwin. I think Mike Evans is. Wait, what? I can't tell. I wish it would tell me like what number receiver was being drafted. I know Mike Evans' ADP is around like wide receiver 15, 16. I think that's kind of high. I think that's kind of like his seal. I mean, he did not have a high target share last year. So you're banking on a lot of touchdown production again, which he can obviously do. But even that, like, that's what he ended up finishing as last year, was like a top 15 wide receiver with all the touchdowns. So I feel like he's almost kind of being drafted at his ceiling. And I mean, I would rather have Chris Godwin straight up. I think the target's going to be there for Godwin. I don't know how you guys feel.
I could see it either way. I could see either one of them leading the team in fantasy points. I think the team did get better as the season went on, so I could see both of them outperforming what they did last year.
Yeah, I'd lean Evans in this format because come best ball playoffs, who's the guy more likely to pop for like a random 30-point game with 100 yards and 3 touchdowns? It's probably Mike Evans. But in like typical redraft, I'd rather have Chris Godwin for the more reliable production.
But we all know who the best value is. It's Antonio Brown, who's like wide receiver 40. And it literally just never adjusted after he just seemed like he wasn't going to come back to the team, and nobody seems to care.
Oh my God, Ketchup Stain took Lamar Jackson. What a team this person's building. And he's got a badge.
Yo, why is there any reason why guys are, I mean, do you guys have Josh? I mean, I have Josh Allen as my quarterback too. So yeah. I think that's kind of interesting that Murray and Jackson have both gone before him.
Yeah, it's probably because none of them took Diggs.
Who has Diggs?
I don't know what to do here.
It's pay for Sorberg. Pa for Sorberg. Whatever. I don't know how to read, guys.
Not important.
Yeah, so he's gonna take Josh Allen probably. Whoa, that's wild. I mean, maybe he's hoping to get back on the turn. Maybe should I play sniper and snipe him and just be a jerk? Oh no, Abstract took care of it for me.
Okay.
Appreciate that, Abstract. Appreciate you. So I can just take Dak here. All right, I'm just gonna put him in my queue while I think about my next pick after Dak. If I can. Jeez. All right, that's too risky. Okay, Dak Prescott, easy money. I'm gonna go with the tight end here. Hawkinson's really on brand for me, but for some reason he always falls. Yeah, no, I'm just gonna go with. You know what? I'll change it up. I'll go with some Mark Andrews action.
Wow.
Give me some Mark Andrews. Either way, I want one of these. I either want Hawkinson or Andrews. I want one of these tight ends. Abstract knows what's up, man. Tight ends. You want to get these. I mean, I don't know how you guys feel about tight end this year, but I really want Waller or Kittle or Hawkinson or Andrews. Like, I don't want to play I don't know. I feel like those guys, I feel pretty confident about them being at least top 5 options and potentially giving you a somewhat of an edge over the field at the position. I think Kelsey's kind of expensive as a first round pick. And I think that the discrepancy between him and either Kittle or Waller isn't that drastic. What do you guys think? Are you guys in on like an early tight end option, or is it I want Waller or Kittle, and then if I don't get those guys, I'm just gonna literally wait till like round 14? Where are you guys at?
Yeah, I definitely want one of those 5 or Pitts, even though I think Pitts is getting drafted higher than I would want to draft him. But I would definitely want one of those top 6 tight ends, and so I don't have to worry about it all season. Where if you don't get one of those 6, then you are really gambling on people with upside, but no guarantee. Like they could have weeks with 2 catches and not many yards. Where these 6 tight ends, I could see week after week, you can reliably put them in your starting lineup.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see that argument. I kind of lean the other way, just from like an opportunity cost of the players that you're giving up to draft these tight ends. Where I think, the Robert Tanyans, the Mike Gesicki's, Noah Fants, Tyler Higbee's, et cetera. There's going to be 1, 2, maybe even 3 of those guys who end up being decent fantasy options. Obviously, hard to predict. So if you happen to get lucky and land on the right one, then I think you'll be actually okay at tight end.
Not Tyler Higbee for me. I went on the
You're done.
I went on the Locked On Rams podcast with our guy Sosa, PFF fantasy analyst.
What up, Sos?
And we talked Rams, talked about Cam Akers, obviously, and we talked about Tyler Higbee. And he's like, Andrew, why don't you like Tyler Higbee? And I just dove deep, just ripped Higbee shreds. But yeah, I don't get the Higbee hype personally. I get that he was a tight end and a top tight end option like 2 years ago with a different quarterback and a different offense with totally different circumstances. But if people want to buy back in because Gerald Everett left, go ahead. I'll take Adam Troutman later on. I mean, the middle, I just don't like the middle tier of tight ends. Like that's, again, I think it's really about getting one early that we talked about or literally waiting till the end. I think that's because I think that like those guys are all like the same to me, like Gesicki, Irv Smith, like Jared. You said like one of them could hit. It's like yeah, and then, but it's like so could like one of these later guys potentially as well. So I think it's really just stars and scrubs approach.
Yep. Oh, I was hoping Robbie Anderson would fall to me.
Chenault, no.
Nope.
Judy, no. Dude, I'm obsessed with the 2020 wide receiver class. Oh my god,
they're ballers,
dude. They're all so good, and the ones that didn't hit last year, it'll be interesting to see. Like one of the guys I went in on, Michael Pittman. I wasn't blown away with what I saw and what the numbers kind of told me with him. I guess I'm concerned like why he wasn't able to assert himself over the T.Y. Hilton corpse. I understand the injury thing. That's definitely a factor. So again, I don't want to write off Michael Pittman because he had a crazy injury last year. So maybe that's really the reason. But I mean, T. Higgins took care of business. Bye AJ Green. Like he did it. And Michael Pittman, he didn't really do that. So do you guys think it's because of the injury or, I mean, how do you guys feel about Pittman? I mean, I think I like Paris Campbell a lot as a better value later in drafts. Cause the Colts pass catches are kind of up in the air. It's pretty ambiguous.
I think the 2020 class was just so good that any wide receiver that wasn't excellent as a rookie, we're looking so down on, where any other year, you have plenty of rookie wide receivers who don't do much their rookie year, and then in their second year or their third year is when they start to really get their acts together. But so I could see Pittman doing just fine this year, but he could also just be a bust.
I like Pittman. I thought he was a great prospect coming out of USC. He was a guy that I was high on during the pre-draft process, and I was excited to see him get picked by the Colts on what I think is a really sharp coaching staff. And I think they're going to really try to phase him in as the alpha receiver on that offense. They tend to spread the ball around a lot more than other teams, but I'm definitely in on Pittman this year for sure.
Guys, I added to the Dallas stack. Michael Gallup, let's go.
I love that. I saw that. I was looking at Will Fuller and Gallup at 7-9. Obviously, I had to pick my boy, Mr. Fuller, but love that Dallas triple stack. That's
dude.
There, my friend.
You might be able to get you might get Waddle back too. Oh my God, Darnell Mooney. Oh, my guy. Oh, you got to do.
Where does Waddle go? Yeah. I'll grab Waddle. That's actually.
I mean, I have him ranked pretty high, but you can fill up that Miami stack.
Yeah. exactly. I did that the last week when we were drafting. I have a Dolphin stack, but it was with Parker, not Waddle.
Yeah, dude, no, I definitely. It sucks because I definitely have, like, for some reason I always end up with Dallas stacks, which doesn't feel contrarian at all because it seems like it's the most popular one. But I mean, I don't know. It's kind of working out that way, and it's not. I guess it's not like a bad thing to be popular because it's good. Like it should work, but I digress.
What Gesicki might be, I'm not happy about that. Why would you?
Dude, you don't need him,
in the
man.
8th round?
Dude, you don't need. Okay, Tua's not gonna. No, just draft Hunter Long, man. He's taking over.
Durham Smythe.
Durham Smythe.
All the random Dolphin bros.
Random Dolphin bros. But yeah, no, those are good points on Michael Pittman. I did also get Antonio Brown, and we were talking about him too, because I have way too much Brandon Cooks, and I need to kind of like come off of it just a tad bit, because it just, again, there's a lot of question marks there, and I guess in the best ball format, I'm not so concerned about Brandon Cooks like being locked into super target share. Like I think the thing that people should, and it's something I remember writing about in one of the best ball articles I wrote, was that yes, the targets are great, but Brandon Cooks just has inherently less upside in an offense that's just projecting to be really bad overall. Like he's never going to put up necessarily like a 30-point week because he saw 15 targets, because there's no chance. I mean, he could get 15 targets and never score. So like a 3-touchdown game probably isn't in his range of outcomes if Tyrod Taylor's a quarterback. Whereas if you have playing a better, like Michael Gallup has that in his outcomes if he has just a monster week in Dallas's offense. So I guess that's kind of one way to look at things in a, best ball versus, a regular redraft league.
Yep.
Tyler Higbee. There's Michael Pittman.
That team, that Vince B team, they've got us Christian McCaffrey and then 7 wide receivers after that.
Dude,
it's actually pretty good. I like that build.
No, that's what? Well, there's like 12,000 names for things now. What is that? Is that hero RB, superhero RB?
Superhero RB. I haven't heard that one, but I'm on board.
Well, I mean, there's so many names, and it's kind of becoming super comical because zero RB is like not actually zero RB. Like zero is the worst word to use because it entails actually like being strict and like nothing, where it's not the case whatsoever. But Nate, so did you stay in the lobby for that other draft? Or you just
I am in round 6 of my draft right now.
Oh, okay.
Let's hear the squad.
How's the squad looking?
Josh Allen at quarterback, Barkley and Gaskin at running back, and then Calvin Ridley, Terry McLaurin, and Robert Woods at wide receiver.
All right.
That's sexy.
Solid start. Jared, what are the updates on Mr. Aaron Rodgers? Do you have any insider information as a Green Bay Packers fan?
No, I don't. I'm still optimistic, holding out hope. But
you did draft Aaron. You did draft Aaron Jones, so you have to say that.
I did. I don't know. It just feels like that.
You're on the clock.
Eventually, he'll show up and report.
Bro, Logan Thomas.
Yeah, I needed a tight end, so not really.
So you reached. You reached is what you're saying.
Yeah, I reached a little bit, but
oh my god, am I gonna take Zach Moss really again? Oh yeah, rounds 9 through 11 are salivating for zero RB drafters. You got Zach Moss, AJ Dillon, Ronald Jones, even Michael Carter. I mean, that's pretty late. At the end of the 9th round, I think it's pretty solid value. I mean, I thought that he was more like an 8th round pick. Oh my god, come on, Abstract 2389. Zach Moss is my guy. But I actually prefer Ronald Jones here because I can do a little mini Tampa Bay stack with AB. So I like the combination there with adding in some Rojo action. Now I need to know what to do. I guess I could just go with another. I could just take AJ Dillon and hope that Aaron Jones gets hurt.
Hey.
Sorry. I would never wish that upon you. I'm going to just put AJ Dillon in my queue just in case I can't find any alternatives. Corey Davis, Elijah Moore.
Take Tony Pollard. Go all in on your Cowboy stack.
Oh, my God. You're actually right. Oh, damn. It's too late.
0.
Oh, man. That was the optimal play, though, Jared. That was smart. And I'm bad that I didn't react to it because I didn't get Zeke, so that would have worked perfectly. Shame on me.
Oh, well.
Literally would have been the perfect time to actually draft Tony Pollard in the 10th round and totally blew it. Egg on my face.
It happens to the best of us. Gabriel Davis. All right. I'm going to take...
All right, so we have a couple comments in here. We have one from Teddy. All right, you guys can see him on the screen. 10 people watching. Shout out to those 10 people. So this was on the Ian Hartitz Breakfast of Champions.
There we go. All right, well, he's got one fan.
And then
questionable food taste.
Chris Joseph wrote in, how do you see okay, this is a legit question. So how do you see the Bengals wide receiver group looking? Who you think emerges with the volume out of that group? Nathan, we'll start with you. Bengals wide receiver, how do you see it breaking down?
I could see it being very evenly split among the three. I think they could all see 100 targets, and any given week, one of them will be the leader. We won't see which one will lead the group, and I could see them all doing fairly well for fantasy purposes.
Jared, you just made your pick recently, so you're up next.
Yeah, I love both Jamar Chase and T. Higgins. I think I'm in lockstep with what Nate said. All three of these guys are going to be awesome for fantasy. I have plenty of the Bengals triple stack with those three guys plus Joe Burrow. It's going to be hard to predict, but they're all awesome, and I want to draft them as much as I can.
I have grown to like T. Higgins much more than I originally did. I thought that in the beginning it was I was concerned that he would get pushed out the most with Jamar Chase, but I agree with you guys about how it's going to be I think it's going to be flat across the board. It was flat last year. Burrow distributed the passes pretty evenly. I mean, he threw it to AJ Green, despite the fact that AJ Green was terrible. But he still did it. So again, maybe it's not all on Burrow deciding, oh, well, I'm going to throw it to Chase because I've thrown to him before. I mean, technically he's thrown to these other guys more recently than he has to Jamar Chase. So I don't know. Do you think that the connection is kind of overblown? Do you think that Jamar Chase should be going that much ahead or farther ahead of Higgins? Specifically, no. Higgins. I get Boyd as like the slot guy. He's not nearly as sexy, but I feel like our PFF projections have Higgins like way out in front of Jamar Chase.
Yeah, I don't agree with that. I think they're like CeeDee Lamb and Amari Cooper almost, whereas, I may have, Chase one spot above Higgins or vice versa, but don't feel too strongly about either one of them at that because they're both just going to be awesome, I think.
We got another question in here from Action Jackson. Great name. Am I crazy or is CH a better pick than DeAndre Swift? Even though Swift is going 5 to 8 picks higher, I'm pretty sure I have Clyde Edwards-Helaire ranked in front of Swift, not by much. So I think that's fair. Plays in look. I think kind of to simplify it, both should be involved in the passing game, hopefully for CEH's sake. And one of them plays with a top 5 offense, and one of them plays in a bottom 5 offense. So I think that's not crazy at all.
Yeah, I agree. That's money. Like, who knows what's going to happen with Swift's workload too? They got Jamal Williams there. They got a head coach who knows how he's going to treat these running backs. Offense is not going to be great. It's simple as that.
And along with that, Kansas City completely reworked their offensive line, and that should only help CEH this year compared to last year. And he has less competition in the backfield than what he had before. So I definitely like CEH better than Swift.
CEH. I can't believe someone took Tom Brady. That was not cool. God, I have too much Trevor Lawrence. I can't draft more of him. Good God. All right, well, let's see. Probably could use more receivers. I do like Terrace Marshall here. But I like the value. I don't know. Quarterbacks. I'm probably just going to draft Trevor Lawrence again. Oh, well. Whatever. Boo-hoo.
Do you have any Jags? Well, cheap stack here.
I do not have any Jags. No, I mean I only have Dallas receivers and Antonio Brown. So and Tom Brady's gone, who I would have taken, but someone already took him. Alas, I mean I can always grab Tebow or my guy Colin Johnson, who was my number 18th ranked receiver from 2020 or something like that. He'll be spectacular. All right, Terrace Marshall, let's go. But I mean, look, Trevor Lawrence. I'm already saying this right now. He's going to win a ton of people money week 1 of DFS because he's playing the freaking Texans. Like, you could not ask for a better team to open your NFL career against than the Houston Texans. And yeah, I'm all for it. Trevor Lawrence.
Got my boy Tua, complete that Dolphin stack. That is way too undervalued in fantasy, people.
You sold me since we talked. I got Myles Gaskin and Will Fuller in my lead.
Yes, on the Will Fuller train. Love that.
Oh, no. Trevor Lawrence and Dak Prescott? Same bye week. Sick.
The worst. Ooh, at quarterback too, where you're coughing up to like 20 points as opposed to like tight end where you're probably coughing up like 5.
Bleh. Well, man, that sucks. I might just take the L that week, whatever. Week 7. Yeah, who needs it? Who needs it? Oh, man. See, I knew that Trevor Lawrence was a bad pick. I knew it. In the back of my mind, I was like, yeah, I don't know. I just keep drafting him for some reason, and maybe I have ranked him too high. I don't know. The value is there. I feel like he always goes past his ADP. Like, what do people not like Trevor Lawrence? I mean, I don't know. I guess like if you're looking for a rookie quarterback, Zach Wilson is going way later, so I guess he's a better value.
He's just not as exciting as Fields and Lance because of the rushing, even though Lawrence is significantly better as a passer and has the job in week 1. The whole Urban Meyer thing is an unknown. But, I mean, you know who to stack up Lawrence with. So I think those Jaguar stacks are actually pretty sneaky.
Oh, this means I'm going to have to draft Marvin Jones. God.
I think he's gone.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, well, that makes sense because I have him ranked really, really low, so I'll never get him. All right, well, I'll just do Colin Johnson. That's the real stack you want anyway.
Is it, though?
Dude, DJ Chark is going to be... Okay, so you want to hear... All right, facts. Target rate per routes run, also known as threat rate on PFF.com, of players that saw 100 targets last year, 50 wide receivers. The 2 receivers that ranked 49th and 50th in terms of the lowest target rate per route run, a.k.a. fake alphas. 49, DJ Chark. 50, Marvin Jones. Because that's what they are. They're not real alpha wide receivers, which is why Laviska Shenault will rise above them both in 2021 because he's an actually alpha receiver and they aren't. That's welcome to my TED Talk.
He's so good, man. His highlights are just his tape is just fun.
Dude, he's going to unseat them. I get that Chark was a wide receiver 1 like 2 years ago or whatever, but it's really concerning for me when you see that the Jacksonville Jaguars have like the 4th most vacated targets from last year because of Chris Conley and Keelan Cole, guys that are just kind of like hanging around rosters. And Chark, when he was playing, like he never was seeing a significant target share. I get that he makes big plays, and I get that, but you want alpha wide receivers, and Chark is like a fake alpha. At least that's the way I look at it. I mean, I have Shenault just ranked above him because I don't want people to have Chark. I would rather them have Shenault.
I think I draft Paris Campbell every single time I'm in one of these Best Ball Mania drafts.
Dude,
I'm not even joking. I think he might be my highest owned wide receiver in this tournament.
And it's probably the same thing, just that in whatever drafts you haven't taken them, they're probably because they're on my team. Because I feel very similar about Paris Campbell. Dude, he's so good. I watched his one game from last year, just his targets. Oh my god, dude. He was like always open.
Yeah.
It sucks that he got hurt again.
Yeah. I don't know what they feed these Ohio State receivers in Columbus, but they just tear it up in the NFL. And Shit, Campbell might be next. I mean, in the 13th round, I'm on board.
Well, the thing with Campbell too is he fits the offense really well for the Colts. Like his run after the catch ability. I mean, Michael Pittman was third in the NFL last year in yards after the catch per reception, and I didn't even think Michael Pittman was like a yak guy. But just because of how their offense operates. Oh my god. Let's take him. Get some Jameis action.
Jameis did not want to eat that donut.
No, Simon Taylor chimed in. Get Jameis for week 7. Got it, man.
Nice.
Dude, he was giving me the pro tips, man. Seahawks Monday Night Football. Like he's giving me the insider knowledge. And this works perfect because now I can get my other late round dart throw, Deontay Harris, on my team. This is perfect. Colin Johnson, Deontay Harris. It's perfect.
I'm going with your boy Danny Dimes here.
Dude.
The Danny Dimes, Kenny Galladay stack.
Dude, Danny Dimes. Why are people sleeping on him? I don't understand. Look, Jason Garrett doesn't play football. Like, he's not on the field. Like, I get that it matters to an extent, but Daniel Jones was third in the NFL in rushing yards from weeks 1 through 12. I thought we liked rushing quarterbacks. I thought this was fantasy football.
That was just that one run where he ran all the way down the field and tripped.
It was probably like 20% or like 25%. But that's still something he can offer. Like quarterbacks don't have that ability. I don't know. He's got loaded with weapons. Kenny Galladay was first in fantasy points per touch or fantasy points per snap. One of those metrics. I know it's just really related to touchdowns, but again, Kenny Galladay offers so much touchdown upside. Like somebody, I remember tweeting out about Daniel Jones, and someone was like, he threw 12 touchdowns last year. I was like, yeah, in 16 games. And I was like, yeah, he did the year before. He threw 24 touchdowns in like 12 games. So again, nobody was talking up Daniel Jones last year because we all knew his schedule was terrible. And we were like, don't draft him because he's literally playing Pittsburgh week 1. Like, don't draft him. And he got hit by regression on an offense where Darius Slayton was his number 1 wide receiver. So, of course, he was terrible. But that's not the case anymore. So, I don't know. I like Daniel Jones a lot because he can run. And I thought that we'd like that in fantasy. So that's all I'm going to say.
I don't disagree.
Yes.
Look, I hear you. I see the flaws, but I see the upside.
Yeah, no, he's got plenty of flaws. Like, don't get me wrong. But I believe Nate wrote up the Giants as a team with a good playoff schedule.
Yeah.
Am I correct?
Yeah.
Boom. See? Yeah. And again, I think it sucks too because I think Daniel Jones actually opens up with another like tough schedule this year too. So again, he's like going to be a player you don't actually want to draft because he has bad matchups. But I think it's like week 3 onward things start to get better for him. So we'll see. But I'm in on Daniel Jones. I think my two of my favorite late round guys. I like Fitzpatrick, Tua, and Daniel Jones. Like those are probably.
Who would you rather stack him with? Shepard or Slayton or Tony?
Not Slayton. Slayton is terrible. He's so bad. He's terrible. I would say Shepard because Shepard kind of has that Cole Beasley-esque best ball upside where we all think he kind of sucks because he's really consistent. But when you actually like look at how he scores for your team, he actually does like really well. He scored like 30 points against the Dallas Cowboys last year in week 17 or week 16. So yeah, Shepard for me, never Darius Slayton. Darius Slayton shouldn't even be, honestly, Darius Slayton, I don't know why he's being drafted at all in best ball. Like, why wouldn't you draft like Tim Patrick, where if someone gets hurt, he can produce? Like Darius Slayton, he's just not good. I can't get behind him.
From your lips to my fantasy team.
Am I gonna draft Nico Collins again? Probably.
That hurts.
He just sits at the top. He just sits at the top of my draft board because I'm always higher on him than everybody else. Oh man. What do we got here? 4 running backs. Man, my receivers are weak AF. My guy Nico. Ooh, some Van. Ooh, I do have Cam Akers. Let's get some Van Jefferson. Van Jefferson action. All right. And then another wide receiver. Who do I like here? It's probably should be Nico Collins, probably. No, Lazard.
Yeah.
He's probably gonna get drafted. Oh wait, no, let's get to go Djax.
Going all the Rams.
Dude, might as well. Give me some Rams.
Ooh, MBS. All right, I'm about to throw up in my mouth a little bit as I make this next draft pick, but
Dude, you better not be drafting Darius Slayton. Oh,
I just threw up in my mouth a little bit.
dude, I don't care if I have the entire Carolina Panthers offense on my team. I'm not drafting Sam Darnold. I will draft whoever their backup is before Sam Darnold.
Yeah, I was really upset that Zach Wilson went like 2 picks before me just now, or no, 1 pick before me just now. So that hurt. What can you do?
Dude, I'm really having a very tough internal conflict because I know that like once the DFS lineups come out, the prices or whatever, Sam Darnold's gonna like pop in our projections because he's playing the Jets and he's gonna be like super like cheap, and I'm gonna be like, shit, like what am I doing? Like, am I gonna have to play this guy in DFS? It's gonna be one of those where I say if everybody's like on him and playing him, like, all right, I'm out, like whatever. But if no one's gonna play him, it's like, shit, man, he's playing the Jets. # revenge game. Like, I might actually have to play Sam Darnold. I mean, he could be good for 1 game. Like, I guess that would be my way to spin it around. Be like, he might be able to be good for like 1 game, maybe against the Jets, potentially.
Yeah, I mean, he doesn't, have to do that much to have a big fantasy performance, and he just dumps it off to Christian McCaffrey, who takes it 80 yards to the house. Same thing with DJ Moore. Like, Robbie Anderson, that works. I'm fine with that.
Oh, am I picking Oh, wait, I'm not picking 17-12. Man, I feel like this draft has gone by really fast. Okay, so let's see. We got some more questions here. So Action Jackson subscribed.
Nice.
Booyah! That's what I'm talking about. And now, also, if you want to play Underdog, play $10 on Underdog Fantasy with promo code PFF. You also get a free PFF subscription. Get it, Action Jackson. You'll love to see it. Okay. He also asked another question. Does the AFC North have the best running backs for fantasy based on division?
Ooh.
Man, off the top of my head. So we got Chubb, Dobbins, Mixon,
Najee.
Yeah, I mean, that sounds pretty stacked to me.
NFC is pretty good.
Off the top of my head. Zeke, Sanders.
Saquon, Gibson.
Oh, yeah, that's pretty good. Actually, yeah, that one's pretty good, too. I guess we could just, like, refer to ADP. Tyrod Taylor, 17th round. Is this guy stacking up Houston? Dude, he's going to be mad when I take Nico Collins. That sucks.
Not if I take him first.
Oh, my God, you're right. No, Ketchup Stain is definitely going to take Nico Collins. All right, so do we have any interesting builds here? Anything interesting? So we got 3 quarterbacks.
Oh.
That's what happens. You talk shit, get hit.
Jumanji.
Jumanji 202.
Why you got to do me like that, Jumanji?
Excellent name. Ketchup Stain with Darius Slayton. Look, man, you're clearly not watching the live stream if you're going to draft Darius Slayton.
I was singing the praise of Ketchup Stain earlier, too.
Mahomes, round 1.
Ketchup Stain. Ketchup Stain. All right. Oh, I know who I'm going to grab. Oh, please tell me he's still here. Please. Oh, God, yes.
DPJ.
No, not Jared's going to take him. Great.
I have so much Donovan Peoples-Jones. He and Paris Campbell are my 2 highest owned receivers.
I mean, you don't have to take him.
I'm not going to.
Yes.
I'll give you the credit. But I'm going to take your boy Tim Patrick.
That's fair. That's a good pick. So I like it. Yeah. Donovan Peoples-Jones. Yeah, he was another player that when I was doing the recap of the 2020 guys, he really kind of stood out to me. He's got a lot of big play upside. And depending on how the Browns receivers kind of shake out.
Mm-hmm. Yep. He's a guy whose NFL draft prospect status just got lost in the mess that was the Michigan quarterback situation. I mean, he was a former 5-star recruit, like super mega prospect coming out of high school. Like he actually has all the talent in the world.
Who am I going to draft now? I'm going to run out of time. Carlos Hyde. Interesting. Let's get it. Lazard. Oh, it's going to be Wayne Gallman. Wayne Gallman. I like Wayne Gallman.
Yeah.
I've drafted him way earlier than the 18th round, so
True.
This is definitely... I've definitely kept my containment on the Wayne Gallman shares this week. That's good.
OJ Howard. Let's go. Love that pick.
Good pick. Ton of upside.
I am just loading up on rookie wide receivers. This is beautiful.
All in all, I mean, I like that my team is decent. Again, it's not perfect in terms of stacking, but I got a bunch of mini stacks that I got to build, so it's not always going to be perfect. But I mean, I got Dak with Amari Cooper, CeeDee Lamb, Michael Gallup, and Blake Jarwin. So that's really kind of all I can ask for. I got a good tight end. I got a couple Rams, a couple Browns. I don't hate it.
Cowboy stack is fire.
I don't hate it. I don't hate it.
You got Jarwin too?
Yep. Yeah, Jarwin is just like he's like a player. I honestly think that he only has like a slightly heightened ADP because he just gets picked in Dallas stacks. It's like, oh, I'll just take Jarwin. Like I don't see like why he shouldn't be like ranked significantly higher than a bunch of the other tight ends, but he's just kind of like his ADP is just like naturally risen because people just, oh well, I already have all these Dallas receivers. Like I'll just take this guy. All right.
Let's see those projections.
Oh, the projections.
I don't really like my team. This is not a team that I usually draft. My receivers are rough. But
Wayne Gallman. Oh, these are my entry fees. Whoops. Results. Rankings. Oh, I don't know where I'm going. All right. Canceling it. I can't find my teams. Nate, did you finish your draft yet?
Oh, mine's still going. I still got 3 more picks to go.
Okay. Let me see if I can find my draft.
What are your stats, Nate?
I have Buffalo. I have Josh Allen, Devin Singletary, Cole Beasley, Emmanuel Sanders. I got Fitzmagic to go with my Terry McLaurin. I've got Gaskin, Fuller, and Gesicki in Miami. Barkley and Shepard with the Giants.
All right. I found the teams. Okay. So this is my team. Dak, Trevor Lawrence, Jameis Winston. Egregious. That's my fault. Wasn't paying attention. Chubb, Akers, Ronald Jones, AJ Dillon, Wayne Gallman. I like all the running backs I have on my team, so that's fine. Dallas, boom, 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 boom. AB got a little TB double stack, some Rams triple stack. Got another Browns double stack. Kind of a one-off Baltimore and then Blake Jarwin. So yeah, a couple mini stacks, a main Dallas one. I would have liked the quarterbacks to line up a little bit better, but sometimes, you can't always get what you want. Jared, let's see your team. You said you don't like your team. Let's see.
No, I like it. I like it. It's just an unusual team for me. I went running back heavy early, and then just kind of went volume at quarterback and receiver. But I built some like mini stacks, like 2 and 1 receiver stacks with those quarterbacks. But yeah, a lot of rookie receivers, a lot of upside, low floor. Which hey, that's what we're lking for in these drafts. So
yeah, no, dude, this is a team that's like primed to be like last place or first place. So that's what you're looking for. Hyper fragile. That's what we want. Oh, Irv Smith, gross.
Got Austin Eckler. He's not going to make last place.
There we go. Love that.
All right.
I don't hate Irv Smith. He's good, man. He's good. Don't let Mike Zimmer pour some cold water on his stock.
Yeah,
All right, this
there's
team.
a tier of tight ends in my tier article, and it was like he stood out as the one tight end that might actually like do better than that tier, where everyone else it's like they were good last year, but they're probably not going to be quite as good this year for one reason or another.
Yep.
What did you think about this build, Jared? So Vince B. So this is the guy that did McCaffrey and then just went like all receivers, and then went like his running backs are really thin. What do you think about this kind of team?
I mean, it's really smart because if you pick Christian McCaffrey, then you know that he's starting for you every single week. So you're just like trying to like cobble together that RB2 slot, and he used all his premium picks on wide receivers. Like those receivers are freaking stacked. And then,
he just doesn't have any stacks though. That's the issue. He's stacked, but at the same time not stacked. It's
who are the quarterbacks?
Derek Carr, Matt Ryan, and Tyrod Taylor. So he has.
You got Ty God and Cooks.
What am I talking about? He's got stacks.
No stacks. Oh my God. Yeah, I mean, that team has AJ Brown, so I have nothing bad to say about it.
That's a good point. You can't knock a team for having AJ Brown and DK Metcalf. So
grown man team.
No, but yeah, I think that the strategy makes sense. And it's not like, I mean, he drafted good running backs as number 2s like Gus Edwards, Jamal Williams, Giovanni Bernard. Like those are good running backs to draft. Like that's the thing. Like that's why zero RB doesn't always work though, because like people that draft running backs early also draft those guys too. So that's when you kind of get screwed when your zero RB targets get taken by other people that like still just draft more running backs in general. But okay, one last question. So what did the Mahomes guy team look like? All right, let's check that out. Do you remember what was his name?
Yeah, it was Mike B.
Okay, Mike B. All right.
Any other Chiefs? Wow, and Herbert. 3 quarterbacks. Thank you for your donation, Mike B. We appreciate it.
Yeah, don't like this team a lot. He also drafted Kyle Pitts in round 3. So, so dude, if you're gonna draft Kyle Pitts,
let it out.
Look, if you're gonna draft Kyle Pitts in the 3rd freaking round, I might not draft another tight end at all. But look, so again, for strategy purposes, again, it doesn't make a lot of sense to draft 3 tight ends if you invest if you're taking a top tight end guy, it doesn't make any sense to draft 3 tight ends. Like not at all whatsoever, just because that tight end's going to be scoring every single week for you more often than not. And the other tight end's just there really for the bye week, and maybe occasionally they'll have a spike week. But tight ends, like we say tight ends might have a spike week, chances are they won't. Like it's far and few between that tight ends blow up in any way, shape, or form, because you can only blow up so often when you get 5 targets, maybe. So again, if you like Kyle Pitts, you're gonna draft him, go ahead. I mean, maybe round 5, I probably feel a little bit better, not round 3. But if you draft him, just don't draft another tight end, especially like a Gesicki, an Austin Hooper. Just those are too early, especially a top 100 pick. Like if it was just Pitts and Hooper, all right. You can get behind that. Yeah, dude. I mean, Mike B, he also took your Gesicki, man. Like, this is a double whammy.
Speaking of funny, weird fantasy draft strategy nicknames, I've seen people do George Kittle, Darren Waller back-to-back in the 2nd and 3rd round. I think it's called, like, bully tight end. This is what I've seen it called before. But that's a wild strategy. I don't hate it because you're drafting like 2 amazing players, but not something that I've tried yet.
It doesn't work. I mean, the best ball format, I think it's a little bit more viable, but it doesn't work in like I think that this has been talked about in regular drafts before, where you have like people talk about this with Gronk and Jimmy Graham. It doesn't work because you need like the flex. You need it to be flexible. Like, that's the point of it. And when you lock in a tight end to it every single week, it makes your lineup construction like every week much more difficult, because you think, oh yeah, like because I did this once. I drafted the year I drafted Travis Kelce, I think like in the second round, like 2 years ago, or it was the year that OJ Howard was like super popular. And I drafted OJ Howard in like the 4th round. I was like, oh, sick. Like I'll do Kelce the tight end, OJ Howard in the flex. And okay, maybe it didn't work because OJ Howard sucked, but either way, the strat, like once I like kind of like built my team, I was like, okay, like this is not really what I envisioned it happening. Like you envision it like fully getting, you're like, yeah, like I'm just gonna dominate everybody because I have the tight ends, and it doesn't pan out that way.
Yeah, it's true.
Bully tight end. All right, well, we are gonna wrap this show up here, folks, as we're approaching the 1 hour mark. Guys, guess what I'm doing tomorrow? Going on a 100-mile bike ride. What do you guys think about that?
Hell yeah, let's go. That's
100
awesome.
freaking miles with my dad for Father's Day. Should be a lot of fun. I asked me when I last rode my bike. Before last week, it had been a year, so we'll see how things go. But yeah, looking forward to that. It's going to be a good time. Hopefully, I can get a best ball drafted in the beginning and check my phone frequently while I'm riding.
That's awesome, man. Have fun with Papa Erickson.
Enjoy.
Yes, will do. Any last words from you guys from the draft room?
Not really. We'll be here next week, every Thursday. Best ball
Every
season
Thursday
lives
till
on.
they tell us we can't draft anymore until we win the big million. So again, follow us all over on pff.com. Follow us each on Twitter. Our handles are tagged in the post. If you're watching this on Twitter, if you're watching on YouTube, I can't help you. But yeah, enjoy the night, enjoy Thursday night, and get into some best ball action. Again, promo code PFF, you get a free PFF subscription with a $10 deposit on Underdog Fantasy. Get in the action. It'll be fun. And someone said he should have grabbed Jameis for week 7. I grabbed Jameis for week 7, so that's why. All right, without further ado, we are done here. We're out.